You know something I took for granted before I went to prison for 17 years? Clothes. Clean clothes are priceless in prison because in most institutions I've been on, prisons, etc., well, you don't receive new whites, you receive used whites, the whites that other prisoners have worn. They're probably stained brown, dingy, etc. And you've got a choice, honestly. It's either wear those clothes that they give you, wear nothing at all, get a charge for, whatever, but yo, that's the reality of prison. And I used to take things like clothes for granted. Not to mention, they tell you what you have to wear. I've seen a couple videos recently of guys in prison with street clothes, which makes me nervous, but not for, the reasons I don't want to see anybody in street clothes. But yo, these guys are like on level fives with like full on, whatever type outfits from the mall, which is crazy. What are the COs? But nonetheless, yo, they dictate and determine like the uniforms you wear. Every single day we would have to wear blue jeans, blue shirt, brown belt, brown boots. That was it. White t-shirt, blah, blah. When I came home and I was able to just pick clothes, better yet, when I walked out the gates before then, my people had dropped off some street clothes, and I remember changing into my street clothes for the first time in 17 years and just feeling where pockets actually were supposed to go on jeans, by the way, and everything else that was associated with. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I'm a totally new person because I hadn't seen myself in street clothes in the longest. It was just prison uniforms and prison whites. Of course, I didn't stay with the dingy prison whites. You're able on most prisons and institutions to buy a fresh set of whites off laundry workers, etc. But man, this is the reality of what goes on. Don't take things for granted like clothes. Nothing is promised or guaranteed. We're not glorifying prison. We're just educating and advocating. And as always, stay free. Peace.